And where else can we start but with the weather? It's set to be the hottest May Day on record today, with temperatures forecast to hit 34 degrees Celsius in some parts of the country. How have you been dealing with the heat, ladies, especially you, Cole? Because no, I'm just saying that because you've got the animals and stuff. No, because you've got the animals and stuff.
Yeah, no, it is a worry with the animals because I see a lot of people out being lovely or thinking they're being lovely, taking their dogs out, or they're all going out for the day so they take the dogs. But in this heat, it's really not fair on the animals to do that. Well, firstly, if you put your hand on any form of concrete or anything like that and it's burning your hand or it's very hot in your hand, that's 10 times worse for a dog on its paws.
Yeah.
And you know more about the technical side of how they sweat through the paws, don't they? And
they have a hard time bringing their core body temperature down. So, yes, for dogs, heat stroke, overheating, it's big risk, dogs, cats.
I think things like, did you know, I had to text Kira this morning and said, don't forget to run out and put sun cream on. We've got one of our ponies that we've rescued. He's got a bright pink nose and has to have sun cream on it.
Can you put sun cream on animals?
Yeah.
Well, I hope so, because it's got a load on its nose right now. Yeah, they burn.
Yeah. It's quite hard. I mean, I was in the house yesterday and my hair just sweated out something rotten. You're sort of in the kitchen and you're sweating and there's nowhere in your house where you can actually cool off. We don't have aircon or anything like that, so I just feel like a big, hot, sweaty blob constantly.
Are you trying to be... but I'm really trying, Mylene. I'm really trying, because I moan for 8 months of the year about the weather.
This is the weather you wanted.
Yeah, it's too cold, it's raining.
Stop, because you've got, like, aircon, Liv, so just,
I was hoping it wouldn't come up. But obviously I live on the 30th floor now, so I have aircon, so I'm very lucky. My dogs are very lucky.
Aircon.
I have aircon.
Are we all going back to Liv's office?
Yeah, we are.
I'm moving in.
Lovely.
But aside from that, when I'm out and about, you know, the city, working, whatever, I'm the same. I don't want to moan because I spend my whole life being cold.
Yeah, no,
I moan about being cold all year round. It's like, it really gets me down, especially like getting up in the morning to walk the dogs and there's rain and there's wind. I'm trying to, like, embrace it and be like, this is... It makes me... I am happier.
I think
it's
people
warmer.
are happier.
Yeah.
I'm happier. This is my
is
jam.
you.
I'm Filipino. It's in my blood. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
This is my weather.
And what's your tip for cooling down, then?
I mean, I'm like, make it hotter.
Yeah, she loves it.
Wow.
I love the heat. Cooling down. I've got a cat, so I'm looking after the cat and keeping him cool. I actually put him in the car with the aircon on yesterday.
That's
It was
so
really hot.
funny.
Yeah, my cat is having his best life. Yeah. Everyone else in my house is like you, Cole, struggling with the heat.
But do you know what, though? Did you know that the instances of melanoma, so skin cancer, you know, at the highest rate at the moment, and that's been the highest rates are actually between people who are 85 to 89 years old, and they say that's because of a lifetime of not looking after their skin in the sun, and a lot of that is not putting on sunblock when they were kids, and that's part of the reason. I mean, you had not melanoma, but you had carcinoma.
It's a form of skin cancer.
And your doctor said a lot of it was linked to not stuff you're doing now, but stuff that happened as a kid.
Yeah, it was really shocking, actually, because he said to me, because I said, I've always been, you know, when I've got older and certainly when I had kids, you know, I've always been good at sun cream because I know, and I don't really lie out in the sun because I know I burn. So I've always been quite aware of it, but he said, no, this will go back from the 60s, 70s, early 80s. It's all that era that are now coming along with. So this will be from your childhood. There's
nothing you could have done about it.
There's nothing I could have done, and I would never blame my mum or my dad or anything because we didn't have the information then.
No.
So I'd leave the house at 7 in the morning to go out and play with my friends all day.
Yeah.
And I remember in 76 or something, because they still talk about it now, we had one of the biggest heat waves ever for the summer, and we were all out playing. I don't ever remember having sun cream on. I remember coming in and having calamine lotion because I was burnt to a crisp.
Do you think people are like ticking time bombs now, then, as a result?
Well, I think...
Well, they said that cases are projected to rise by 8%, reaching about 26,000 new cases annually. And the importance here, of course, is about looking after your skin. But, Liv, would you say that when you're... I mean, when you know, if you're young and you're in your teens, you just want that deep tan, it's not necessarily something that you're thinking about. No. But do you think that changes the older that you get?
Yeah, for me it did. I think when you are in your teenagers, and it's one of the great joys of being young, is you feel invincible and all those things feel like, well, they're never going to happen to me. Yeah. And to be fair, my mum always educated us about, you know, protecting our skin from the sun, but I thought that I knew better, and I thought I thought she just enjoyed moaning at us, you know, like I thought she did that for the good of her health, to be honest. So I was very stubborn. I used to go on sunbeds, do all the things, and then I had a couple of moles removed that were abnormal in shape, and luckily they were biopsied, they were fine. But it was like out of vanity when I started investing money into skincare, you know, those like medical grade facials and lasers and stuff, and an aesthetic doctor said to me, this is literally a waste of money if you don't protect your skin from the sunlight. There's no point putting it in on this side and going outside and kind of undoing all the good work we've done. So that's when I kind of started taking stock of it, and now I've educated myself, and, you know, the risks around melanoma, it's terrifying. It's terrifying to think that the information's still out there, but so many young people still choose to ignore it.
Yeah.
Because it's like you say, it's probably going to catch up with you when you're older.
But I think as well, but it's because it's made very big, especially for young people, about how you've always got to be tanned and you've always got to look tanned. And let's be honest, I know with me, the odd time I have tanned, you do look healthier, you know.
Yeah.
So,
but there are other ways of doing it.
But there are other ways of doing it,
in the sun. Where you and your diagnosis was concerned, Carl, I know I've noticed it before. You sort of have a little mark here on your nose, which can we see it? No, because you've got makeup over. You can see it a little bit.
Oh, you can see it a little bit. Yeah. Looks like dry skin.
Have you had that tested out?
So when I went about this, I didn't go about this on my shoulder. I went about something else. And I asked him on the way out, actually, could you just check that? And he went, come back in, it's carcinoma. So I had no idea about that. I just asked him to check because it was something that wasn't going away. It didn't hurt, looked like a little tiny red bit of eczema. And he called me back in.
That looks
so,
like.
yeah, so then I said, oh, I've got these as well. And he said, yeah, that's basically the same, but we're not worried about these yet. Yeah.
So it is...
It's something I will have to sort out and monitor, and I do go back and get it sorted. But, yeah, it's... And I just had chemo cream for this. Yeah. But I'd have to have something like that there, and he's worried because my eyes.
Because, yeah, putting chemo cream by the eyes...
And also, for this tiny thing, the chemo cream, I was like that, but I could cover it. You know, it ended up scabbing up and all that. But he said, so with your face, you'd have to stay off. You can't put makeup or anything on. You'd have to be literally in your house for a month. So
you said that you went to a doctor before Liv and had your moles looked at. Is that something that you're going to continue doing?
Yeah. So, like, I mean, they call it mole mapping. So if you go to a dermatologist and that's what you book in for. They map your whole body, all your moles. They use like a magnifying lens. I think sometimes they take photos of them and then they keep a log, so then you can, you know, basically see the change. Because with moles and marks on your skin, it's the way they change that you need to monitor if they start to become abnormal in shape or things like that. So it's something I did. I did it privately, so it's one of those things that, you know, it's not going to be an option for everyone. But I think if you can afford it, it's definitely worth it. Because I don't know I don't know how it works on the NHS. Whether it's something you can do electively.
But the important thing is you go to your doctor
and ask
if you're worried about anything, and then we'll give you the best
Any changes
advice.
in your skin, you should alert your doctor straight away.
But look, it is going to be the hottest bank holiday Monday.
UV7, as my team tells me.
Oh, okay. UV7. And I know that there are loads of people flocking to beaches and to lakes and what have you, but the importance is that everybody is safe. And these are temperatures that a lot of us would not have been in, especially in this country. So, you know, things like, you know, looked at the advice, make sure you spend time in the shade, especially between 11 and 3. Make sure you cover up with clothes and regularly apply sunscreen. You know, we've already had somebody pass away on a beach yesterday, a teenager who went missing in water yesterday as well. So it's all fun and games and lovely when it comes to sun, obviously, but you have to be safe and don't ignore any information that some of the health experts have given. And if you'd like to know more, all of the information you need is on our website.